So for me, one of the things that I would throw is let's go ahead and get into the how would you fish it segment. All right. So what that is, guys, is what we will do. And see, I set up something a little special for Caleb, Carter, and Cade. And what we do with that, I will bring up a quick video clip, and it is footage from where I was actually out on the lake. It will be something with the electronics, or maybe, sometimes it'll just be, you just kind of check out the scenery and everything, just the lay of the land, and just give me an idea of what bait you would choose, how you would fish that bait, and the reason why, based on what you're seeing on the screen. And then I'll go through and just give you an idea of how I would fish it. All right, so this is the sonar screen, but you can see that, Carter?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what is it that you're seeing on the screen right there?
Probably brush pile. Maybe
all right,
pile or something. Let's see, 30, sitting at about 30 feet.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'd probably throw a little swim bait down there on 3/4 or 3/8 of the head. Little 2.8 Kitech, just pull it over there. If that don't work, I'll always go back to the old trusty drop shot.
All right, gotcha. All right, so now let's see what Chicken Hawk has to say. What would you do with that chicken?
I said drop shot.
Drop shot.
Yeah.
Didn't you see me do like this?
All right. So Cade and Caleb, what do you guys have on that? What would you guys say if you saw this? If this is what you saw, how would you fish that?
Honestly, for me to feel the most comfortable, I wish it was about, 20 foot shallower. I'd throw my big crankbait in there. But,
all right, so you go with the crankbait.
I'm definitely throwing that Kitech in there. Definitely.
All right, so we got another Kitech. All right, what do you have on that one, Harry?
I'm not so sure. A shaky head.
A shaky head. All right.
Heavy shaky head down here to get contact.
All right. So what I would say is, what I think is, I disagree with all of y'all. I'm going to tell you why. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next clip. Now, this is part 2 for Carter right here. And let's see if you guys notice the difference. All right, Carter. What do you notice the difference between this one and the one you just saw?
That one's got some fish on it. It looks like.
That's right. That's right. So I would not have fished that first one at all. I would have saw that and just kept on rolling. And then when I pull up on something like that, that is the one that I would fish. All right. So now looking at that, let me go ahead and pause it. All right, Carter, how would you hit that one?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say probably same thing. Looks like those fish are sitting a little bit outside the pile. Maybe come up for the swim bait. I don't have all that much experience fishing brush piles, but
gotcha.
From what I've gathered, you want to throw your moving baits in there first, like your crankbait, your swim bait, all that, and then just kind of work down to the finesse techniques. So
gotcha.
The big ones back at home in Texas, I'm picking up my 9-inch flutter spoon. I'm gonna throw it down there.
Woo, okay. All right. Look at Texas. Texas in the house. Okay.
No, I'd probably drop a jig right on the head.
All right. So throw that jig. And so do you see how deep that water is?
Yeah. We catch them I fish Lake of the Ozarks a lot, and we can get off main lake points and drag a big football head jig like that.
Ooh, okay. So you would throw what, about a 3/4 ounce?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So what do you have on that one, Chicken Hawk? What you got? Exactly. All right. Nothing. All right, Harry. I'm just joking. What do you have on that one, Chicken Hawk? What you got?
Again, probably a drop shot, but
okay.
But maybe a jig, because I'm not too confident in my drop shot.
All right. What size jig would you throw?
At 39 feet, probably.
Nope. Both of those are wrong. So that neither one of those would work. All right, Harry, what you got?
This is where you get into game time. I think a drop shot, wacky rig.
So for me, one of the things that I would throw is a spy bait. So I would throw that spy bait first. Can you guys see? Well, actually,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys can, I guess you can see that, but you guys pretty much know what a spy bait looks like. But depending on whether it's overcast, if it's overcast, I'll throw something that's like a bone color. If it's sunny outside, I would throw and let me just go ahead and change the screen up real quick. Let me see, guys.
Would you throw a black and chartreuse one if it's overcast versus just a bone?
Let's see.
So sometimes I like that contrast.
Right, yeah. So whenever it's overcast, just anything that doesn't have as much flash to it, I'll throw in something with flash whenever it's sunny outside. But other than that, even when I'm picking out the colors, I'm either looking at, is it flash? Is it something flashy that I would throw on sunny days, or is it something that I'm going to be fishing on those overcast days, something like that? So my spy bait, that is what I would throw first, guys. And let me just bring it back up here. And so with that spy bait, when you throw it out there, you can actually count it down. If you're using live imaging, then you can see it. The thing about throwing that spy bait though is when you see how high up in the water column those fish on the top are, what they will do is sometimes they won't hit that spy bait. So you have to kind of have the cadence just right with those. Sometimes they'll follow it. Sometimes you have to speed it up a little bit. So it just depends on that presentation. But the thing that will happen is you can pull those fish off of that brush pile. Once you do that, some of those fish will still stay there. So you may make 1 or 2 casts with that spy bait. Depending on the day, sometimes you can sit there, and I think it was on my Hartwell video. I made like, I don't know, 10, 15 casts, just made the same cast over and over. And then eventually one of Chicken Hawk's fish hit my spy bait. So I had to pack up and leave from that spot. But then I would follow that up with maybe something like a more finesse, like Harry said, a wacky rig, on a real light. Right. Well, I wouldn't go to the drop shot yet. So what I would do is I would cast that out there. I would throw either a shaky head or I would throw that wacky rig and just kind of let that flutter down. And most of the time for me, they don't hit it until it goes to the bottom. So when it's deeper like that, getting, closer to that 30 foot range, it just depends. Sometimes they're so finicky that they don't, they still won't end up taking it. And then after that, I will go and pull directly on top of them with the drop shot. And depending on the time of year, if let's say that I have already gone to a spot and I drop that drop shot down there and they hit that drop shot, then I will go through that other process a little bit faster, or I may just go straight to a drop shot. But nowadays, as some of you guys are finding out, those fish are kind of adapting to hearing that clicking with the sonar. And I'm hearing that they're kind of starting to do the same thing with live imaging. So Chicken Hawk, that might help you out. Hearing that, no, it won't help you out. But
like we already told you, man, my skills carry. Okay, my skills work. My skills will continue to work wherever. Now, when you're clicking and all the stuff you got going on, you probably put your little, what's the thing called? It's on the top tip of my heart. The one where you put it in there, you call your fish to you. You're gonna have all that. Yeah. You have all that on there.
He just says hi and waves at them as they go the opposite way. That's why
exactly. And you're gonna start running off fish, and then you're gonna realize, hey, I gotta just go out here and fish. And then you're gonna be like, damn, I don't know how to fish. So,
okay.
Then I'll just come in with my bags. That's all it is to it.
You ought to be up there on the bank wearing them out. You ought to be up there on the bank wearing them out where everybody's offshore messing with that stupid live scope crap.
There you go.
Did you see Randy Blocker too?
Full circle.
Did you